Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this new episode of Comicbaj. Today there's no comic review, but an animated movie review. Yeah, that's the first time here. And the movie that we're going to talk about is The Death of Superman. Yes, Superman gets killed yet again. So sad, right? It was released in July 24, 2018, this year that is. It was produced by Warner Brothers Animation and DC Entertainment, and it was directed by Sam Liu and Amy McKenna. The movie is pretty simple. Some doomsday, some alien lands on Earth. Doomsday, we know him, and he creates havoc wherever he goes. He comes up, he destroys Atlantis, then he comes to land, and then he's going in this straight line ahead directly towards Metropolis, and there's no one who can stop him. The Justice League arrives, they fail, and eventually Superman comes to stop him. But it takes a huge effort, and ultimately he passes away. But so does Doomsday, he stops him. So that's the story. You know it, right? It's been happening every now and then. There was this Superman Doomsday, there was this Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and now we've got this third movie where the superhero gets killed. So it's kind of obvious. Everyone probably knows this story. There are many things that you would like about this movie. First of all, the action's very good. The action of Superman and Doomsday fighting it out in Metropolis and outside, going up in the sky, and also the Justice League trying to stop him, but eventually failing, of course, hence Superman is being asked to be the savior. So apart from this action, what you would like is the movie actually shows the image, the respect that people have for Superman, the love that they have for the character, and even when he has not fallen, the very fact that he's fighting for the people, that is very much evident. The love factor, yes. The people who work behind this animated movie, they've done a fine job in showing that. And there are some interesting scenes which would make you feel that, okay, this is the movie which we've been waiting for. Like, for example, when Superman flies up in the air with Lois, there's this scene where you see Superman, I think there was this cover, Superman 76, Funeral for a Friend, where Superman was flying, something like that, towards the clouds in the sky. So it's something similar. He picked up Lois and going up in the sky. The expression in their eyes says it all, that Lois is finding it unbelievable. And secondly, Superman, there's another scene where Superman tries to smile for the camera, for Jimmy, even when he's hurt, he's bleeding literally, but he would want to put up this strong man image and try to instill confidence among the people. And the final thing which I liked is that the fight was not very long. Even though it's about a 81-minute movie, but Superman's fight with Doomsday starts around 53 or 54 minutes, so you can understand that it's not that big. But then again, they steal the show, and every time they punch each other, how the surroundings are affected, it's like an earthquake is happening every time one lands a punch on the other. So it's very interesting. You must check it out. There are issues with this movie, but most of it would revolve around the fact that whether you're able to accept the changes that has taken place in this movie. Like, for example, we know for a fact that this existing universe is not similar to the universe that we saw in the comic back in the 90s, as a result of which the whole Justice League is different. Back then in the comic we had Bloodwind, we had Maxima, Booster Gold, Blue Beetle and all those people. But here we have the existing New 52 JLA, starting with Cyborg, Green Lantern, and the Green Lantern back then was Guy Gardner, but now it's Hal Jordan. So it's different. To what extent can you accept that so many characters have changed or not? Yeah, the acceptance of this movie would depend a lot on that acceptability. And secondly, yes, sometimes there's this basic premise which they've changed. The fact that in this movie, it was the first time that Lois got to know that Clark was Superman. Whereas in the book, it was a long history. She already knew about him. But here, she just learned that Clark just gave him the message, showed him, told her that I am Superman, and then flew off to fight Doomsday, something like that. So the build-up of their relationship and all that, the revelation and how Lois accepts it, you don't get to see that much. You know that she's living a life. She's also the girlfriend of Clark Kent, although we don't directly see when Superman and Wonder Woman, who were a pair in New 52, broke up. But it's said that now Wonder Woman or Superman are no one. Superman hints that in a conversation between them. So these things seem a bit rushed, but other than those, if you're looking at it from a standalone movie, a standalone story, fresh story, then I guess it's okay. And Peter J. Tomasi, who was the writer, he of course did a good job to come up with this old story and somehow try to reshape it for this modern universe and the modern audience. We know about him, he did good. So that's it about the death of Superman. And at the end, they do tease the next installment, which would be The Reign of Superman. It would be released in 2019, and of course I'm excited about that. They already showed all the 4 Superman imposters, and those of you who've read the story, you know what it's going to be like. Although I must say, this time also they've got New 52 characters here, so Superboy is different, Eradicator's new, yeah, it's the Eradicator, I guess. Cyborg Superman is there, but Steel, yes, all these people. And Steel, once he is shown in this animated movie wearing a Superman t-shirt, and I think there was something similar to Christopher Reeve's costume, so that was very interesting for me, that part, of course. If I'm supposed to rate it, I think it's good, but at the same time, the actions are good, but the story seems a bit rushed. There are certain build-ups are not there, and it does the basic thing right, but at the end of the day, you don't get the feeling of a classic there. So for that reason, I would give it 3 out of 5. Thank you so much for listening to me and watching this review for so long. I would see you next week, same time, same channel. Till then, thank you, enjoy, and goodbye.